If I told you to imagine an amazing company, what would you think of? You'd probably think of a company that sells interesting products, or a company that is unique compared to its competitors. You might think of a brand that has great customer loyalty. You might even think of a business that you can trust. You just might think Apple. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. You're watching Dollar for 50 Cents, and today we're going over a special company which is truly a masterpiece of creation. It's not only set the bar for its competitors, it has also built and maintained a strong connection with its customers, which keeps them coming back wanting more.
When we look at Apple today, we see a company with over 130,000 employees worldwide, a market cap of nearly $1.4 trillion, and a following of just over 600 million users, equivalent to just under 9% of the world's population. In 2019 alone, Apple sold over 270,000 devices across its products, along with its services, generating total sales of $260 billion. From that $260 billion, Apple was able to capture for its shareholders $55 billion of after-tax earnings. With the GDP of the United States at just over $21 trillion in 2019, Apple has a significant footprint on the economics of the country and ultimately the world. To put things in perspective, Apple accounted for 0.25% of GDP and about 3% of all corporate profits for the United States. But what is it about this massive company that makes it so special? And better yet, what can we learn from it? At first glance, we see a brand, and not just any regular brand, a brand that is part of everyday life for a lot of people. In fact, there's a chance that you can be watching this on an Apple device right now. Apple has integrated itself into our lives so well that a life in absence of it would simply not be the same. At least that's the impression it leaves with its 600 million users. You see, in the world of business, if you're attempting to make a profit on the true value of a product, in this case, the cost to produce an Apple device, it becomes very difficult to make a ton of money. But when you sell an experience, oh, well, now that's completely a different story. With Apple, you buy experiences. You appreciate value that is unimaginable. Watching a video, getting directions to a restaurant, taking a picture, paying a store clerk, and interacting with Siri are all experiences which are truly priceless. These are the services that would feel silly to pay for, yet are so crucial to our lives that it would be difficult to imagine living without. These are the reasons why Apple is great today. While most competitors have been forced to cut operating costs in order to turn a profit, Apple has done the exact opposite. It has invested into its ecosystem for its customers. Let's look at one of the many services that has added value for its users: iMessage. With any Apple device, you have access to an ad-free communication software that is reliable, effective, and completely confidential. If you have Wi-Fi, you can call, text, or video chat with other people who have Apple devices around the world. Let's take a look at this in a different way. Assuming if you and everyone you know has Wi-Fi and an Apple device, you can contact them for free. You might think, oh well, that's nothing so special. Facebook and other social media platforms all perform the same service. I would say you're correct, and add that social media sites generate their income from advertising on its platform to its users. A service of this kind costs Apple millions of dollars to maintain and keep updated. Apple users are given this for free, which brings us to the next impressive feature of Apple's massive moat. This part should really be credited to Apple managers, and that, of course, is privacy. With the pace of advancement in technology so rapid, user data has become ever more valuable to advertising companies, and Apple has fought the urge to join the crowd and promote to its users. Instead, Apple has turned this into an extra incentive for its users to stay. While Apple doesn't sell insurance, it sells the next best thing, and that's safety. Safety of your personal information at all costs. Apple management understands the value of trust and takes big steps to ensure that it is never broken. If I told you managers at Apple understand consumer behavior and have modeled their products to serve their users, would you believe me? Of course you would. It's only logical for a business to hear out its customers. You'd be surprised at how many companies skip this step though. What if I told you Apple has taken this one step even further and listened to what its customers don't say? If you're confused, don't worry. Just keep watching. A few weeks ago, I saw a video on YouTube called If AirPod Commercials Were Honest, and I thought that this short clip explains Apple so well.
Huh? There's a new version out? That was fast. Okay. I am so proud to announce the new and slightly improved AirPod Pros. You're kidding me. I haven't even got to use the Pros yet.
I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go check out that video. To say it bluntly, Apple understands why its users love its products, so it keeps giving to its users what they want to see. Apple has mastered the evolution of consumer technology products while retaining customers from past generations of hardware. In other words, it updates its devices enough to where it can implement new technology, but doesn't completely redesign its platform to where users must learn a new interface. This gives Apple users comfort. By retaining the previous layout and updating it just enough to implement the new technology, Apple users take advantage of new generations of software and hardware with ease. If that wasn't enough, Apple takes this one step further. When working with their lineup of products, it's easy to optimize productivity on all devices once you know how to work with one. This might sound simple. You can even say it was a way for them to cut costs. But one thing's for sure, we might say we like change, but no one likes to put the work behind learning and adapting to new environments. And Apple knows just that. While building a loyal following that is more than happy to pay a premium for its products and services, it continues to set the pace for consumer technology in 2020. Where do you guys think Apple will be in 50 years? Leave your prediction in the comments below. I'd love to see where your imagination takes you. If you guys made it to the end of the video, make sure you give yourself a pat on the back and give me a virtual high five by hitting that like button. Take care and see you in the next video.